Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot, your ultimate destination for celebrity, royal, political, and sports readings. I never do sports readings because I'm not a sporty person. I was a cheerleader. I faced away from the game. I was a gymnast and a swimmer and a diver, though. So not really into football. So sorry, American football. I think soccer is pretty cool and I like hockey, but I did like professional wrestling. And this reading, we're going to talk about The Rock and Colin Kaepernick. So stick around. We're going to have some fun with this. I know nothing about XFL. We're going to see what comes up in the cards. But I am Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. And in this video, we are taking a mystical journey into the lives of your favorite sports stars. So Colin Kaepernick and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I can smell what he's cooking. Please remember that all of my readings are purely for entertainment purposes and reflect my own personal opinions. Always do your own research before making decisions. And remember that during the month of October 2023, I am doing 10% off all private readings with me, all parties, any place. You can do them online, you can do them in person if you are in my area. And you can visit the scheduling link in the description of this video or go to my website, fortunecookiestarot.com, and schedule a reading with me. Any questions, you can email me at fortunecookiestarot.com or at gmail.com. So to continue joining me in exploring the stars and the cards, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for more captivating readings. Thanks so much for being a part of my community. I've had oodles of new subscribers over the month of September, hoping to see that kind of trajectory moving into the future. Maybe I can do a reading on that. But this is my favorite part of the day. You guys know that I just left my corporate job a few weeks ago to do this full time, and it's super exciting, super great. I love helping you guys. I like looking into the stars and cards and having a great time. So let's get started. Let's get started with this reading. So if you're unaware of what's going on, so Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the owners of the XFL, which is like an alternate football league. And Colin Kaepernick, who we all know had a lot going on a few years ago, he started a whole trend some time ago that was a little bit disruptive. Apparently, The Rock met with him and pitched for Colin to join the league. Now, one of the things that's key to know here, and I have my notes in front of me, that Cap has not played in over 2,000 days, 2,075 days. Yeah, 2,075 days. I mean, that's a long, long time. So if The Rock offered him an opportunity, what's going on with that? Why didn't he take it? So let's see. Did The Rock offer Kaepernick an opportunity? We're going to move over to the card thing here, and I hope you're all having a great day. So did The Rock offer Colin Kaepernick this opportunity? Two of Cups. I think he was uncertain about whether this was going to work. So those of you that don't know the story of The Rock, his father was a professional wrestler, and his father did not want him to go into the family business, and he actually tried to play football pro, and he had an injury that was a huge, huge setback and was basically told you'll never play again, and it was devastating. And he kind of cried in his crybaby soup for a hot minute and then said, hey, I'm going to go into the family business. And I think it's pretty clear he's been a tremendous success in that. So, We all love him from years ago. So we're not going to talk about the Maui thing, but we all love him from years ago. So what I see is that here, there's this altruism that stepped in, and he goes, well, looks like Colin Kaepernick's not going to be doing much. There's some information that's attached to the name. It doesn't look like anybody really wants to put him back on the field in a showcase position. So that's not to say like a first stringer or something like that. They just kind of don't want him out there because there's he's almost like I don't want to say box office poison, but the minute you put him out there, there's a whole story and a whole politic that comes along with him. So having that be an issue, the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, offered him this opportunity. He was less than hopeful that this was going to work. It's almost like there was another party in here. He did want to extend to him an opportunity to be part of this organization. Now, I don't think he's going to be on the field. He's turned it down, but I don't think this is the end of the conversation. I think there's going to be further conversations about him going in there and talking to the players or functioning in some kind of a leadership capacity. It's almost like I don't think he wants him to be as a trainer, but like I hate to use mentor because it's such like a vanilla term, but it's almost as if he wants Cap to come over and kind of speak to the players and be a part of their decision making and their legacy building. So I think that is really what he wanted to do. So I think this first offer is not the only offer. And I think we're going to see this turn into something else. Was it a bad idea? The judgment is in reverse. I don't think that Dwayne Johnson expected him to turn it down right out of hand. I think he expected him to negotiate a bit more, have a little bit more substance to it. I think he expected it to be more of a back and forth conversation. It was almost like a one-way conversation. Like they said, hey, we have this opportunity for you. Let's sit down. We'll talk about it. And he was like, yeah, like, I'm not going to do this. You know, it's like if somebody came up to me and said, hey, we want you to be an auto mechanic. And I'd be like, yeah, like, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to be an auto mechanic tomorrow. So I think that was what went on. So I don't know if this offer was to actually be on the field or if it was going to be in some other capacity. It feels like it's going to turn into another capacity. What was offered was not a good fit. It was not what Cap wants to do. And it's not the legacy that he wants to lead. So under the surface, The Rock is a little confused and I think a little disappointed. I want to say a little disappointed that there wasn't more back and forth conversation. So let's see what Cap was thinking about this. Like, what was that whole thing? Like, why was he like, nope, not going to do it? Nope. It's not his home. It's NFL all the way for this guy. He wants to be NFL. I don't know if there's like two forms of NFL. I think there is. Is there two? Like there's the NFL and then there's the isn't there? No, there's the NFC and there's the AFC. NFC and AFC. See, I know nothing about American football. I'm sorry, guys. Like, so he really wants to be home. The XFL is not his home. It's not the place where he belongs. The personalities and the characters there, he's not going to know them. He's not going to understand them. But what this is unfortunate because he's not understanding that these are new bloods that are coming in. These are young people that are coming in that he would have the opportunity to have some influence over. He did not want to work with them. He wants to work with the people that he had before. And he thinks if he says no and he holds out that he's going to get a better negotiating position. the confidence and the ego here is rock solid. He really does think that that's where he belongs, and he's going to kind of throw that into the mix. But I have a feeling if he pushes this envelope, that we're going to hear from Dwayne Johnson. The conversation that he's going to have from Dwayne Johnson is, dude, this is where you can go. This is the path of least resistance. This is where you can wind up and work. Do you want to work, or do you want to flounder and still not be performing on the field? I think that's really the gist of what we're getting here. So what can Cap do? See, everybody's getting into like the football thing. Like, even me, I'm getting into football season. I'm really not. I like my Sundays. So what can Cap do to get the very, very best outcome of this situation? What can he do?
You can do deep defense and probably cucumber patch.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel, Gregopedia. So there's some trouble here, because what he can do and what he is going to do, I don't know what sign he is, but he is not budging on this one. He should be turning those emotions inside out. He should be addressing those and finding a way to reconcile it. He's just too dug into his own personal convictions. I'm going to say convictions. Here, the Six of Pentacles, he's not seeing the gifts that are offered to him, and he's a little bit too big for his britches. He does not want to work outside of his peer group, let's say peer group in the NFL. And I think eventually he's going to regret this turn down, because I think it really is going to be the juiciest plum that he has this year. I don't know about next year, but for this year, I think it's a nice juicy plum. He would be able to move forward. Under here, this is, he's just kind of, he's wasting time waiting for an ideal opportunity. So if I were him, if he went back to the negotiating table with the Rock, will he smell what the Rock is cooking? Past, present, future. It'll be, if he were to reconsider this, he felt like it was a small potatoes kind of deal. Like, I know that sounds terrible, but he just felt like the XFL, and I know this from some of the conversations that I've had with other men. The XFL, like, it's not really football. It is. I mean, it's arena football, but he felt like it was like the junior league. It was like JV versus the varsity squad. This is the opportunity that he's getting right now, so he should be taking it. It's kind of cutting it down. Moving forward, this potentially is the closeout. This may be the last door at the end of the hallway for his career. So it'll be interesting to see what his next move is after this.
Shame if he was withered away into obscurity.
It would be a shame if it would be a shame if he withered away to obscurity. Gregopedia is giving his editorial opinions on here. So how great is this that we have Gregopedia in the peanut gallery the whole time I'm doing my batch videos for you guys. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. Again, this is kind of out of my wheelhouse. I'm not a sporty person, as you can see with my pearls and I do have a sport watch on. I'm just tracking my steps, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. The sportiest I get is Sporty Spice and David Beckham. So join me later in another fascinating magical read. And again, if you want your own magical reading, you can come to one of my lives here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or you can book your own private magical reading at the description in this video. So I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.